Hello everyone and welcome to another Wizard101 video. Today I'm going to be talking about something that I'm sure many agree with, and it's a real issue that's going on, and I just really want to talk about it. I don't feel like I have enough videos talking about this, and that's the fact that Kingsisle has been scamming us out of money for like years, and their policy in regards to money is just frankly awful. And it's just a real issue that I feel like I want to talk about today. So I'm going to kind of address this in different ways that they've been scamming people out of money for a while. And basically what the different things they're doing is to kind of hurt the player base as a whole, when realistically they could be making a similar amount of money, if not more money, if they just implemented a few different policies that were more player friendly. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is the fact that recently, I won't say it's pay to play, and I'm not going to say it's pay to win in most cases, because you can play this game entirely without crowns. That's not something I agree with a lot of people on. There's a lot of people who say the game is pay to win, which is not true. You can go through the game entirely without crowns if you want to. That's fine. PvP might be a bit more pay to win, but realistically, I just don't consider PvP part of the game. And you know, that could just be my doing, but I just think it's not that fun. And you know, generally, I guess they could make it more fun, but I wouldn't care anyway, because PvP tends to be a very toxic place in a lot of games. So, moving on. Sorry, I went on a little tangent. The first issue that they've been doing is making things such as the Celestian Spelemental pack, which has actually really good spells in it, but these spells are locked behind a paywall. So, for example, Ship of Fools, which I got, by the way, as you can see here on my death, 275 hit all 4-pip. That's a really good spell. That is what death is needed for the longest time, but instead of putting it in like a lore master or another farmable boss or something like that, they locked it behind a 400 crown per pack paywall. Not to mention the fact that the spell elements for Ship of Fools are for some reason the rarest of the 4 spell elements. I mean, I guess it kind of makes sense, but it's just really annoying when you're farming for it, because okay, so I'm gonna tell you right now what I did. Do you know what I did the other day? They were having the crown sale, right? The 60,000 crowns for $60. And I'm like, I have some spare money. I might get some more for Christmas. So why not just blow some money on crowns? Which honestly is never a good thought process to have, but it's the thought process I had. It took me 30 to 40,000 crowns to get Ship of Fools. Not to mention the fact that I had already bought at least $50 worth of crowns in the past to farm for Ship of Fools. So it took me $100 to get this one spell. The fuck? That's not good. That's not normal. This isn't how the policy of the game should be run, but it's how it's run, and it's how it's been run for a long time, and it's a real issue. They need to stop making spells exclusive to packs and start making it so that you can get them from packs if you want to, or you can grind and farm for them, which makes a lot more sense. But no, they have this pack that has some of the best spells, like Balance's Spiritual Tribunal. That's a really good spell as well. And the death spell I just said, it's probably the best death spell in existence, but they have changed it and manipulated it in a way that you need to pay to do this, which is just really blatantly annoying. Now, that's the crowns aspect of the game, right? You have all of these paying to kind of get better gear things when you really shouldn't have to. You should be able to farm for 90% of these, which that's why it's good in my opinion, that there is gear out there that are alternatives for crown gear. You don't need crown gear to be the best, especially at level 130 with the Dragoon gear. You don't need crowns. I'm gonna move on from crowns now and focus on the other aspect of the game, which is membership. Membership is $10 a month, $6 or $7 if you have a family account and are paying for 2. Now, I've never been the biggest supporter of free membership for the entire game, obviously. I don't think many people are. But Wizard City, at the very least, should be completely free to play. The fact that it hasn't for the longest time now is really, really annoying and pisses a lot of people off, because it's not even the fact that, oh, to get to higher worlds, you need to pay. No, it's to complete the first world and get to level 10, you need to pay. Now, that's just one side of it. There's some people that think all of Arc 1 should be free, which part of me actually agrees with. I think that that would be really interesting, and it would get a lot more people to probably pay for membership, because a lot of people would experience the game, see how fun it is, and then continue and buy on from there. But instead, Kingsisle has implemented this policy where a lot of people see that there is a paywall to play at level 7, and they decide, oh, this isn't a game for me, I'm gonna leave. So many players, I bet, have quit because of the paywall, which is just really annoying. Now, I'm paying for membership on 3 different accounts, right? So I know how expensive it can be, right? But Kingsisle, first off, I think the membership should be $7 flat always. Not just with a family account. $7 flat always would be significantly better, because that's like decently less. But it's just really annoying to me that so many aspects of the game are locked behind a paywall, because it's not just the worlds to complete. I don't know if any of you have played without a membership, but it's absolutely horrid. You have 80 backpack slots, 80, mind you, which is like, you could fill up your backpack in 15 minutes of questing. That's just annoying, right? So there's that. Then there's the fact that they don't have the member benefits, which realistically makes sense. Members should have more benefits. But the fact that they don't have just bare necessity kind of things is super weird. It should be like they have equal playing to members, except that members get not only access to further worlds, but member benefits. That makes sense. But instead, they debuff the free-to-play and buff members to an insane amount to make you want to pay the ridiculous amount of money that it costs for membership. Now, I've gone on a rant for a long time now. You probably are tired of hearing me, but I just get really annoyed with the exploitation of a lot of kids that are paying for this game because they don't know any better. And realistically, a lot of it should be free to play. They shouldn't have to. They made the entire game for the 12 Days of Christmas free to play. Do you know how many players that probably attracted, actually? That probably a lot of people came back just to see how the game was now, right? They probably got a lot more players coming back. So I don't know why they can't look at that and be like, oh, maybe we should make more of our game free to play. Maybe that would be beneficial to us and our player base. But Kingsisle's a corporation. Corporations suck. Like, let's be honest. They're known. It's known they're exploitative, and Kingsisle is no different. If they were smart, they would start shifting towards making the game less like it is currently, but they probably won't. So that's it for this video, this rant kind of video. I hope you enjoyed listening to me. If you agree with me, drop a like at the sub button. Hopefully Kingsisle will eventually hear the voice of the players and realize that what they're doing right now is just not okay. So yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Have a fantastic day.